Jairata Matovo Kunja Bihari Rata Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janvalabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janvalabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jayaratha Matava Kunja Bihari Jayaratha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janabalabha Girivaradari Gopi Janaballabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jayaratha Matava Kunja Bihari Hey Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paragrajikacharya Ashtatala Sata Shishimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Brindiki Grantaraja Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jaya Nitai Go Premanande Go glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Someone bringing water? It's coming? Narayanam namaskritya naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayat. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 9, chapter 11, chapter entitled Lord Ramachandra Rules the World, text number 21. Just bring this back a little bit. Let's bring it back. I didn't bring my glasses. So. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Yashamalam nripa sadashu. No, that's not. Yashamalam nripa sadashu yashodunapi. Gaya jagagam rishayo digibendra patam. Tamna kapala vasupala kirita jushya. Padambujam ragupatim sharanam prapaje. Yashamalam nripasadasu yashodunapi. Gayantya-kagnam rishayo digibendra patam. Tamna kapala vasupala kirita jushta. Padambujam ragupatim sharanam prapaje. Yashamalam nripasadasu yashodunapi. Gayantya-gagnam rishayo digibendra patam. Tamna kapala vasupala kirita jushta. Padambujam ragupatim sharanam prapaje. Mataji's. Yasya, whose, Lord Ramachandra's, Amalam, spotless, free from material qualities, Nriprasadashu, in the assembly of great emperors, like Maharaj Yudhishthira, Yasha, famous glories, Aduna Api, even today, Gayanti, glorify, Aghagnam, which vanquish all sinful reactions, Rishaya, great saintly persons, like Markandeya, Dik Iba Indra Patam, on the ornamental cloth covering the elephant that conquers the directions. Tam, that. Mahapala, of heavenly demigods. Vasupala, of earthly kings. Kirita, by the helmets. Jushta, are worshipped. Pada Ambujam, whose lotus feet. Raghupatim, unto Lord Ramachandra. Sharanam, surrender. Prapadye, I offer. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Lord Ramachandra's spotless name and fame, which vanquish all sinful reactions, are celebrated in all directions, like the ornamental cloth of the victorious elephant that conquers all directions. Great saintly persons like Markandeya Rishi still glorify his characteristics in the assemblies of great emperors like Maharaj Yudhishthira. Similarly, all the saintly kings and all the demigods, including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, worship the Lord by bowing down with their helmets. Let me offer my obeisances unto his lotus feet. Translation responsibly. Lord Ramachandra's spotless name and fame, which vanquish all sinful reactions, are celebrated in all directions, like the ornamental cloth of the victorious elephant that conquers all directions. Great saintly persons, like Markandeya Rishi, still glorify his characteristics in the assemblies of great emperors, like Maharaj Yudhishthira. Similarly, all the saintly kings and all the demigods, including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, worship the Lord by bowing down with their helmets. Let me offer my obeisances unto his lotus feet. Omagyan Timadandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurin Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapatantikam Vancha Kalpaturubhyascha Kripa Sindhubi Evacha Petitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. So in the Laghu Bhagavatam Rupa Goswami describes that the original personality of Godhead is Krishna. This is also described in Bhagavatam. Ete chamsa kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Right? In particular, Krishna in Vrindavan as a cowherd boy. That is the original form of God. Srila Prabhupada actually says in Bhagavad Gita that we should fix our mind upon the form of Krishna, particularly the form of Krishna in Vrindavan, right? Yashoda Nandana, or Nanda Nandana, the son of Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. And Prabhupada says we should not even divert our attention to any other form of God, right? Which is an extraordinary statement. You know, don't even divert your attention to any other form of God. Just keep your attention fixed on Krishna. That's extraordinary because in Kali Yuga, people can't even keep their minds on something for a few seconds. What to speak of a few minutes. Just like on television, they have... Do people watch television anymore, or is everything just streaming? Everyone just watches on demand now, I don't think, but not entirely. But now, in between the commercials, I think it's 6 or 7 minutes, because they know people can only keep their attention for like a short amount of time now. Not easy. Even when you're giving Bhagavatam class, you see the devotees, some of the devotees are like looking here and looking there and doing this. Your mind wanders all over the place. Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga in particular, is the process of fixing the mind. Because we're meant to always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. That's our overriding instruction, which governs it. So your mind is meant to stay on Krishna. Prabhupada says, don't allow your mind even to go to another form of Krishna, another form. Just stay fixed on just Krishna. Because that is the mood of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself was entirely fixed on Krishna. Right? He was just pinpointed on Krishna, in Vrindavan in particular. Even other forms, even when Krishna goes outside of Vrindavan, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was still just locked in. He was just fixed, meditating on Krishna in Vrindavan. So we are meant, as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, following in the mood of Lord Chaitanya, we're meant to also learn that is our sadhana, right? Our sadhana is to fix our mind upon Krishna. That's everything we do, right? The whole morning program, from 4:30 in the morning to 8:30, right? You're going to Mangalati, then Tulsi Puja, offer your obeisances to the devotees, chant japa, or do deity worship, right? Do Guru Puja, do Kirtan, hear the Bhagavatam class. That's 4 hours. The whole purpose of that is to fix your mind on Krishna. That's the process. We should be thinking of Krishna, learning to always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. This is called Vidhi and Nisheda. Vidhi means things that you must do. Right? Nisheda means things that you need to avoid. Right? So Rupa Goswami gives many things in Nectar of Devotion, in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He gives many things that you need to do to fix your mind on Krishna. Because that is our goal. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So we do all the things that we do in the morning program, and if you look at the morning program, it's based upon the instructions that Rupa Goswami gives in the Nectar of Devotion, right? To fix the mind on Krishna, all the different items of bhakti we do, right? To keep our mind on Krishna. Why do we take Charanamrita? Why do we take Charanamrita in the morning as part of the morning program, after we greet the deities? Why do you take Charanamrita? Purification? Purification for what? For what? Yeah, because while you're taking the Charanamrita, you're meant to be thinking, Charan. What does Charana mean? The feet, the lotus feet. Amrita, the nectar. Immortality, coming from the feet of who? Yeah. Who? When we're taking the Charanamrita, right, whose feet has it washed? Shalagram Shila. Right? This is bathing Shalagram. Just there, you can see all the lords. Bathing Shalagram. Then the Charan Amrita, it bathes their feet, washes their body. Then we mix it with some yogurt, some honey like that, and then we take it. So while you're taking it, you're meant to be remembering, fixing on the Lord. I am taking the remnants of the Lord. What do we usually think when we're taking Charanamrita? Just think, I hope it tastes nice today. I've been up here since 4 o'clock this morning, so I hope I get something sweet to taste, if I haven't already gone out and raided the milk sweets after Mangalati. I've seen it before. Straight after Mangalati, devotees go out, take milk sweets. Can't control themselves. They need something sweet first thing in the morning. So, we're meant to, everything we do, all the items of bhakti, get a chair for all the items of bhakti, we do it so we can remember Krishna, right? That is the process. The process is to always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So, we're practicing remembering Krishna. That is the goal of our sadhana. So then, it's saying here in this particular verse, Lord Ramachandra's spotless name and fame, right? His name and fame is spotless. Amala means pure. Amal. Just like in India. Anyone been to India? Many of you, yeah. So if you go to India, they have some milk. You can buy it. It's called Amala. But we don't know if it's Amala. This is the problem in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga means everything is becoming contaminated. Right? Why is everyone having disease? I was reading actually last few days, there's a rise in cancer in people under 25 in Australia. Why is that? Because things are not amala, they're not pure. Because if you take pure things, you can't get cancer. That's not possible. But everything is contaminated now, right? It actually says when you buy this, hands up if you have a phone. Oh my God. Okay, so it says when you buy this, if you read the fine print, like when you buy it, it actually says, don't keep it within 2 inches of your body. And people all day are going like this. Like this, all day. You're holding it like that. Who knows what it's doing to us? That's radiation, right? We don't know. We don't know. You know, so much, there's radiation passing through us right now, 5G going through us right now. So we don't know. Is that what's causing the cancer? Maybe. The foods that we eat, like if you go to Coles or to Woolworths, then the lettuce which you buy from the shop, most of the lettuce in Melbourne is grown in Werribee, right next to the freeway as you drive by. You drive by and you see on the left there, if you're driving down towards Hare Krishna Valley, you see on the left. That's where most of the lettuce and everything from Melbourne in the supermarkets comes from. So all the fumes from the traffic, you know, the petrol, it's all floating, coming down, and they're spraying it all with, you know, probably pesticides and like this. So we don't, it's not amala anymore. And now, if you want organic, you have to pay more. You know, oh, we want food that doesn't have any sprays on it. Okay, give me more money. Right? It doesn't even make sense. 100 years ago, all the food had no spray on it. It's called amala, pure. So it says here, Lord Ramachandra's name and fame is amala. It is pure. So in Kali Yuga, everything is contaminated. So we have to absorb ourselves in the name and fame of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because that is pure. At least that will purify you. That will purify your soul. Because everything else in Kali Yuga is contaminated. So it says here, we have to hear the name and fame, which vanquish all sinful reactions. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Savadaman, Parijajam, Mamikam, Sharanambraja, Aham Tvam Sava Papebhyo, Sava Papa. Sava Papebhyo means all the sinful reactions will be destroyed when you practice bhakti, devotional service, bhakti yoga. When you're a devotee, you feel lighter. You should feel like that. Right? You should feel, because much of your karma is destroyed when you practice devotional service. You feel lighter. One time, Srila Prabhupada was in the kitchen and he cut his finger. You know, he's teaching devotees how to cook, and he cut his finger. And the devotee said, "Oh, Prabhupada, you cut your finger." Prabhupada said, "Actually, my arm should have been cut. But Krishna is very kind. He just gave me a little token reaction, previous karma." That's what happens when you become devotee, you practice bhakti yoga. You just get a little token. Just a little token. Krishna will just give you a little token. Just a little of that. But actually we deserve much more. That's how devotee thinks. Whenever we get reaction, because we get karma, devotees get karma, we're not fully pure yet. So karma is still coming to us. But we always think, I should have got much more. I deserve much more. But Krishna just give me a little bit. Krishna is very kind. That's how a devotee thinks. We have to learn to, because you have to remember Krishna, even through the difficult things. You have to learn to remember Krishna. So when we get some reaction, some karma, we always think, oh, that is just a token. Prabhupada's a token reaction. You just get a little bit. And actually, it describes in Bhagavatam, when a devotee gets karma, Krishna, because now we're devotees, right? We're practicing devotional service. The karma you're getting, for the non-devotee, it's just karma. But for the devotee, it's your karma, but it's mixed with Krishna's mercy. In other words, Krishna is trying to do something to you. He's using your karma to go through, to purify you of your material desires and attachments. Right? To cut through all the material desires and the attachments. Krishna is going through. He does like that. So that's for a devotee. We think, when we go through, we know it's our karma, but we think this is Krishna's mercy. Krishna is doing this for me. That's how a devotee thinks. Krishna is doing this to me. Just like Jamuna Leela Mataji, a great devotee who was a dear member of our congregation who passed away recently. She was saying like that at the end. Right? This is Krishna is doing this. Krishna is purifying. Right? She's accepting this is Krishna's mercy. Right? Burning off all the karma, so now she can go back to serve Krishna in Goloka. Right? So that's how devotee thinks. Right? So, Lord Ramachandra's spotless name and fame is celebrated in all directions. There's actually a verse in the Shastra that says, if you chant Lord Ram's name once with bhakti, with devotion, hands up if you have chanted Lord Ramachandra's name once with sincerity or devotion. Hands up if you've done. Okay, you're all too humble. All right, I've done it. I'm not being proud, I'm just saying that, we all chant with devotion, with sincerity. What are you all doing? You're doing something. You're being very humble, I know, but because you think it's not enough, which is true, it's not enough. But You've chanted something with some sincerity, some bhakti, right? Lord Ramachandra says if you've chanted his name once, right, with sincerity, with bhakti, even a little bit, right, he will never forget you, right? And he will protect you for the rest of your life, right? And even if you try to go away from him, he will get you by the shika. You know why we have shika? You know why we have shika? I was told when I joined, because I joined the Hare Krishna movement, and they shaved my head and they kept a bit on the back. And I said, what's that for? And they said, oh, that's where Krishna grabs you and he pulls you like. So I don't know if it's exactly like that, but anyway, that's what I was told in the beginning. But that's why we have shika, because Krishna will grab you, right? And for Mataji's, that's why you keep the long bit at the back. You know, you always ponytail. Then Krishna will grab. Like that. In other words, you cannot escape. You've signed the contract, right? Signed the contract. In 1977, Prabhupada was not well. You know, Prabhupada was preparing to leave the world. So Prabhupada was bedridden in Vrindavan in the last months. So he woke up. You know, Prabhupada was resting, he woke up. Tamal Krishna Maharaj was there. And then Prabhupada said, I had a dream. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, what was the dream, Prabhupada? He said, in the dream, there was a Harinam. And some people were joining the Harinam, becoming devotees. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, were any of the devotees leaving and going to the non-devotees? And Prabhupada said, how is it possible? Their name is recorded, going back home, back to Godhead. So sometimes we see devotees leave. And you can do that, you can try. Right? Go and try, go and leave. But someone will bring you back, probably by force. He'll grab your shika and say, hey, come here. Where are you going? Or he'll make your life very difficult. And then you won't have any choice. And then you'll come back anyway. You know, so if you try to escape, it's not possible. You just chant Lord Ramachandra's name once with devotion, he will never forget you. You've signed the contract. I'm your devotee now. That's it. Contract is signed. Yeah, one time, one devotee said to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I'm resigning. Prabhupada said, how do you resign from Krishna's service? How do you resign from Krishna? I'm resigning. How do you resign from Krishna? Okay, you can change service, that's okay. But you can't resign from Krishna's service. You've signed the contract. Now Krishna has your name. He has your number. You know the famous story of Bhakta Jeff? When I joined many years ago, after I joined, one Bhakta joined, Jeff. Very nice boy. He might be listening today to the lecture. He's friends with me on Facebook. I haven't seen him for a long time. So he joined. But his family were putting pressure on him. Right? Come back, come back. Why did you join this movement, this cult? Come back. They didn't understand. So one day he left. You know, we just went into the ashram, he was gone. Right? And he went to his house. Right? And then I saw him sometime later. He didn't come back to the ashram. He never came back to the ashram, but I saw him sometime later. So his mother picked him up in front of the temple. He got in the car and then he drove home. And then his mother had his room set up, everything ready for him, so that he could just go and forget Krishna. So he walked in, shut the door, and he turned on the radio. And then there was a song in the early 90s. Boy George made a song. Bow down, Mr. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. So he turned on the radio, and the radio said, bow down. He said, oh no, I'm trying to escape. And Krishna's there, he will follow you wherever you go. Prabhupada says in the Nectar of Instruction that Krishna will forcibly drag you back to Godhead. Right? You can either go of your own free will towards Krishna, or Krishna will drag you back to Godhead. That's up to you. That's your choice. Right? How do you want to make it easy? You know, sometimes your parents say, do you want to do this the easy way or the hard way? Right? How do you want to do it? You want to do it easy way or hard way? You want to cooperate or not cooperate? Right? If you cooperate, then Krishna will bring you back to Godhead very easily. But if you want to, like a child, sometimes the children, no, I don't want to do it, I don't. And the parent goes, hey, come now, right? Some discipline is there. So Krishna will do like that. It's your choice. You can do it easy way or hard way, but Krishna will bring you back. You've signed the contract, now you have to go back. So, it says here that all the demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, they bow down to the Lord with their helmets, offering obeisances to his lotus feet. Lord Brahma, you read in 10th canto Bhagavatam, Krishna book. Lord Brahma once went to Dwarka to visit Krishna. Right? So he walked in, he got to the Sudama assembly hall. He was at the entrance. And one of the guards said, would you like to come in? He said, yes. Who shall I tell the Lord? Who has come? I am Brahma. So he went. Lord Brahma has come. So he went to the Lord. He said, Krishna, Lord Brahma has come. Krishna said, which Lord Brahma? So he went back. He said, oh, the Lord said, which Lord Brahma? He said, Chaturmukha. There's only one Lord Brahma. Like, there's only one Lord Brahma in this universe. Only one. Went back, said, Chaturmukha. Oh, tell him to come. Come. So he walked in. And he said, my Lord. He said, why did you ask? Which Lord Brahma? Krishna said, there are so many. He said, I never saw in our universe. There's only one. Krishna said, he called them, come. So they all came. Lord Brahmas came, different universes. Because Dwarka, the holy Dham, is in every universe. Right? There's so many universes coming from the pores of Mahavishnu. And Dwarka and Vrindavan and Mathura, Puri, they're in Mayapur, they're in all of them. Same one. So they all came, entered into Dwarka. Some had 10 heads, Dasa Mukha. Right? Some had 100 heads. Some had it says 1,000 heads. Can you imagine? Right, came. And they all bowed. And then all the different Lord Shivas came from the different universes. Rudra. They all bowed down. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone bows at his lotus feet. Even Shiva, even Brahma. That's why in the 10th canto you have these pastimes. Brahma Vimohan Lila. Why does Krishna bewilder Brahma? Because he wants to show he's not the Supreme Lord. Right? I am. Right? Krishna was just a boy. Right? He was in Vrindavan. He said to his friend, they're having a picnic and they couldn't see the calves. He said, I'll go and find the calves. They said, no, you take lunch. We'll go and find them. No. Krishna said, you take lunch. I'll go and find them. So Krishna walked off into the forest. He had dahi. Huh? You like dahi? Yogurt? He had dahi in the left hand. Right? You should not even touch prasadam with your left hand. Prasadam is Krishna's, you shouldn't touch prasadam with your left hand. He had it in the left hand, he had dahi. Walking through the forest, eating dahi. And it said in between his fingers he had a piece of, I think it was nimbu, some ginger, different things. And he was mixing it, eating, he's walking through the forest. Then, Lord Brahma, right, he had done Brahma Vimohan Lila. Right? Lord Brahma got bewildered. He tried to take everything when Krishna was away, and then he came back, they were all there, and then... So finally, at the end of the pastime, he comes to Krishna, and he falls down, Dandavat, right, off a stick, this huge golden Devata with four faces, bows chapter. And he's standing, he prays to Krishna, please forgive me. You know, chapter 14, all the prayers of Brahma, famous prayers. Please forgive me. And Krishna is just taking his yogurt. And Krishna's thinking, who's this guy? I'm in Vrindavan, I'm looking for my calves. Now this four-headed man is like saying all these Sanskrit prayers. Krishna's just like eating yogurt, and he's going, oh, you are the Lord of the universe, please forgive me. I've been, Krishna just, and then at the end, Krishna just goes, okay, just walks off, doesn't even say anything. And Lord Brahma's like, oh my God, what have I done? Krishna's not happy with me. Krishna, I just want to get back to my Leela, right? You guys do all your material pastimes. I just want to go back to my Leela. I want to find my calves, because the calves are dear to me. I want to go back to my friends, because we're having good lunch. Right? So let's move on. So this was Krishna. Right? He's fully the Supreme Personality. That's why he does these pastimes in 10th canto. Indra. He defeats Indra. Indra thought he was powerful. Krishna said, okay, I'll defeat you. How did he defeat him? With his fingernail. You know, like sometimes you go to India, do you see the Brahmin, they have long fingernail on their little finger? You know, that long one? Sometimes you see it. It has like the long fingernail like that. So with the fingernail, he's holding Giriraj, holding a mountain. And in between his thumb and his finger, he's twirling a lotus. So Krishna's just like this. And all his friends are there and they're all laughing and joking. And his friends are saying, hey, give the hill to us. Your arm's getting so, give it to us, we'll hold it for a while. And Krishna's just like, yeah, no problem. And he's just joking and laughing with everyone. He's taking, Mother Yashoda's cooking. He's taking like sweet rice and he's just like, holding the hill. And meantime, Indra's like throwing lightning bolts, trying his hardest to upset Vrindavan, Krishna. Krishna just with his fingernails is like, okay. So he's showing who is powerful. Who is powerful, right? We think we're powerful. We're not very powerful, right? We just get a cold and we can't do anything. Oh, I've got a cold. I can't do my service. Oh, just do your service. What's the problem? If you're really sick, okay, rest. Oh, I cut my finger today. I can't do my service. Oh, Prabhuji. Like, do your service. Come on. Just do your service. This is Krishna's service. You only miss it if you're very, very... if you're really sick, okay, go and rest. But otherwise, you do your service. You don't miss your service. Oh, I've got a headache today. Right? Do your service. Unless it's very bad. Right? So you should be fixed in your devotional service, in your service to Krishna. So Krishna is showing who is powerful. I am powerful. Right? And then later in the 10th canto, he fights Shiva. Right? They have a big battle. Right? All the Yadus and all the Devatas, they come, and there's a big fight. And then Shiva comes, and then it's Krishna and Shiva. Imagine the battle. Now they made this movie, just came out. All the devotees are excited. What's it called? Maha what? Did you see it yet? Hadn't been released yet in Australia. Yeah, it's out overseas. So next week we're going to fly to England to watch it. Because we can't wait to see it. No, okay, we'll just wait for it to come to Australia. But devotees are excited, and all these will come out. So imagine when they make the one about Shiva and Krishna, when they fight. What a battle. Shiva and Krishna themselves. And then Shiva threw his weapon, right, the heat weapon. And Krishna threw the cold weapon and defeated Shiva. So Krishna defeated Indra, Brahma, Shiva. Even Mahavishnu stole the sons of the Brahmana. And Arjuna and Krishna had to go up there because he wanted to see Krishna. So he said, Krishna didn't go to see Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu wanted to see Krishna. Right? So everyone wants to subordinate to Krishna. This is the ultimate teaching of the Bhagavatam. Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. He is the original personality. Everyone bows to him. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur teaches us the way to capture Krishna is through Nam. Right? Is through chanting the holy name of Krishna. That's how we capture Krishna. Nama, when you chant the holy name properly and you purify yourself, by chanting the holy name properly, you will purchase Rupa. Rupa means the form of Krishna. In other words, when you chant, you will see Krishna's form in your mind. Right? Just like if you think of someone that you know, you say their name, you close your eyes, you'll see their form in your mind. So that's what it should become like with Krishna. While you're chanting Hare Krishna, Hare, then you should see Radha Krishna in your mind. Then from Nama, Rupa, Guna, then you begin to remember Krishna's qualities while chanting. Leela means then you begin to remember Krishna's pastimes while chanting. In the Dham. Right? So all this will come from chanting the holy names of Krishna. This is the potency, this is the process. So, very soon, it is Bhadra Purnima. Bhadra Purnima, coming very soon. So we have a goal. My good friend Bhaktisar Prabhu, who came all the way back from India to give us his association once again, he said, I think we're aiming this year for our Bhadra Purnima campaign. The first time they did this, I think it was about 4 years ago, the first time they did the worldwide Bhadra Purnima campaign, they distributed 36,000 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam all around the world. And every year since then, it is growing. So this year, we're planning in Melbourne, is it 450? Okay, 450 sets. So we're asking all the devotees, if you know someone, please organize for them to purchase a set of Srimad Bhagavatam. We want to distribute 450 sets minimum. So if you know someone, please go and ask them, would you like to purchase a set of Srimad Bhagavatam? And if you don't know someone, ask them as well. All right? Just go and ask a complete stranger. Just walk down the road here, maybe not too close to the temple, but just go a few kilometers away. Knock on someone's door and say, Hare Krishna. We have this encyclopedia, spiritual encyclopedia. It is called Srimad Bhagavatam, which was written by our great Param Guru. When we ask you today, we have very special price. We do you a very special offer. This will purify you. If you have this within your home, it is non-different from having Krishna in your home. Right? It is as worshipable as Krishna. So please purchase a set. You can try it. You can try. Ask your neighbors. Ask your friends. Ask anyone. Just go down in front of Crossways on Swanston Street. Someone walks past and just say, excuse me, would you like to purchase a full set of Srimad Bhagavatam? It is possible. Also, we have global youth book distribution beginning on 3rd of August. So this program, especially for the youth, because Prabhupada's vision was that the youth would become devotees, the next generation of devotees. That's why we have kids. Right? We have kids because we're training them to be Vaishnavas. When you have kids, you train them to be Vaishnavas. Right? So all the youth, we're asking them to please become enthusiastic to distribute Prabhupada's books also. Srimad Bhagavatams, Bhagavad Gitas, Science of Self-Realization, Perfection of Yoga, Coming Back, Higher Taste, and all the other books as well. So this is our mission. Is that what you wanted me to do? That's okay? Okay. I'm just Bhaktisar's servant, so whatever he's done. So yeah. So please get involved. If you're a youth or if you're an old person or whoever you are. Okay. Any questions or comments on anything we discussed? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, thanks for a nice class. At the end, you were mentioning about the Naam, trying to attain Krishna's mercy, and you were talking about the elevated stages of chanting the holy name, where you actually meditate on Krishna's form or pastime or quality. Just trying to understand, to get to that advanced stage, is it a actual mental kind of meditation, the neophyte stage, where you're actually trying to meditate on Krishna's form, or once you get to that advanced stage, it just automatically appears? Is it a daily meditation that we have to, while we're chanting, we just try to think about Krishna's form, or does it just happen automatically once we get to that later stage?
What do you think?
It happens automatically. Happens automatically, or?
It's both. Yeah. Just like, did you automatically join the Brahmacharya ashram? Did it just happen automatically? No, you had to do something, right? Yeah. So it's the same with chanting the holy name, right? It's not that we just chant and automatically things will happen. You have to put effort into your chanting. Chanting is a sadhana. It's a practice. Sadhana means practice. What are you practicing? To improve your chanting, to be more attentive, to get more taste, to develop your service attitude. Oh Krishna, oh energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service. So if you are chanting with that mood, then Krishna will begin to manifest his form, if you're chanting properly. But also, we could say it mechanically, because sadhana means it's a mechanism, it's a practice. We can bring Krishna, so we can chant in front of pictures of Krishna. That's his form. So you're meditating on his form while you're chanting the holy name, Krishna, and then you're meditating on him. Or you can sit in front of the deities and you can chant your japa and you can meditate on their forms while you're doing that. You know, I like to do that on Janmashtami. I like to come and just, chant during the day when it's a little bit quieter. There's no such thing as quiet anymore on Janmashtami, but when it's a little bit quieter, you can just sit in front of the deities and just chant their names. So it's both. Krishna will give when he sees your endeavor, but you also have to try. You are the sparrow, he is Garuda. When he sees you trying to empty the ocean, he will step in. So when he sees you're really trying to capture his form, then he will manifest them all. Is okay? Good. Any other question? Yeah.
Thank you for the nice class. Prabhu, you mentioned how Lord Krishna's form is pure and eternal. But we see in Canto 7, when Lord Nrsimhadev appears, it is said that no one had ever seen this form before. Even Mother Lakshmi, she gets frightened that, she's never seen her husband in such a fearful form. So how does that make the form eternal? Because it's like we've never seen it.
It's called Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya. Yeah. So Yoga Maya sometimes it makes you forget. Even Krishna gets covered by Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya is Krishna's energy, his Shakti, but he allows her to cover him. So it's called Navalila. Navalila means like a new pastime. Like they're seeing the Nrsimhadev, and they've seen him millions of times, but they think, oh, first time we saw. So they feel like that. Even Krishna, he gets sometimes covered by Yoga Maya. He allows Yoga Maya to cover him. Like, with the pastime with Aghasura, right? And all the boys ran into Aghasura's mouth. And Krishna thought, oh no, they're all going to die. That's how Krishna was thinking. And all the boys were thinking, no problem. Krishna's there. He will take care. But they all just ran in. But Krishna, oh no. And then Yoga Maya went back and they thought, oh, wait a minute, I'm Krishna. And he thought, I can take care of this. So then he went in and he expanded himself. So Yoga Maya, sometimes she will cover to make you forget, to make the pastime sweeter, like that. So that's her. So at the moment we're in Mahamaya. Mahamaya makes us forget Krishna. But when you go to the spiritual world, Mahamaya is not there, Yoga Maya is there, but sometimes she makes you forget things so the pastime becomes sweeter. Like when Radharani and Krishna meet, sometimes when they meet, they feel like, oh, who is this? I've never seen them before. But they're eternal consorts. But Yoga Maya covers, and then they think, oh, who is this? I never saw it before. Like this. So this is for pastime, makes it sweet. Otherwise it would be boring. Otherwise Krishna thinks, okay, here we go again. Damodar Lila, here comes Mother Yashoda. Okay, I'll run. It's boring. But Krishna actually feels, when it says his lips are quivering, he's actually fearful because he forgets everything. He just thinks, oh, my mother's got a stick and I've just been eating yogurt and feeding it to monkeys, and now he's running across the courtyard and Mother Yashoda goes, hey, you come here, Chora, like this. And she's running after him. So it's all real. Krishna's feeling it. Otherwise it would be boring. Krishna's feeling like, when does this finish? Now she's going to tie me up. And then 2 fingers too short. This time I'll make it 3 fingers. It'd be very boring for Krishna. And for us as well. If we thought Oh, there's Krishna. I've seen him so many times. No, but sometimes we feel we see him, oh, who is that? I never saw him before. Okay. Any other question?
I have a second question, if that's okay. I wanted to ask, is there a separate planet for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Goloka, like in the spiritual realm?
Not a separate planet. It's in Goloka. It's in the Goloka planet. Mayapur, Navadvip, and Vrindavan, they're both there. Sometimes it's described like separate chambers. So it's kind of like within the planet there's like different areas. Does it kind of make sense? Yeah, so like different areas. And then while Lord Chaitanya and the devotees are doing Sankirtan, they're chanting, then everything opens up and they see Vrindavan. Oh, there's Vrindavan. Because they're chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And then thinking of Radha and Krishna, and then suddenly it opens up and they see like that. So it's like separate chambers. It's all there, but it's like different parts. Inconceivable. I don't really know how it works, but when we go there, we still won't know how it works. It's all inconceivable. But Krishna can do so many things. Sometimes you can be with Krishna in Goloka serving him, but there's millions and billions of devotees. But you just feel like, there's just a few of us and we're serving him. But then in the next chamber, there's other devotees feeling like, it's just us with Krishna. And then in the next chamber, so I don't know how Krishna does it, but somehow he does it all. There's so many of us, but sometimes he makes it feel intimate, and then sometimes there's many. It's like, how does he do it? We don't know. But he can do it. He's powerful. So something like that, like different chambers. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Regarding your statement that everything is contaminated, I find that I often think about that, and I feel like when I'm doing some service, I feel, okay, my consciousness is also contaminated, what I'm offering is also contaminated, and sometimes I use that as an excuse to compromise standards for cleanliness. So I was thinking like how to come out of that mindset, because that this thing of everything's contaminated, I hear that so much and I also feel it so much. So
what's the question?
So how to come out of how to avoid using it as an excuse to be slack in.
Who was your Guru Maharaj?
His Holiness Devamrita Swami.
Devamrita Swami. So you meditate on Maharaj. What would he want? And then that solves your question. What is his standard? Who cares what your standard is? One time I was up there with my Guru Maharaj, just up there in Prabhupada House. I was with him. And he said to me, he goes, why do you want this? There's something that was, why do you want this? And I started explaining. He looked at me and said, who cares what you want? I was like, okay. And I always think of that. My whole life I always think of that. Sometimes I'm doing something like you're saying, and maybe I'll drop the standard a little bit, but then he appears in my mind and he says, who cares what you want? It's not your standard, it's my standard. Come back up. So meditate like that. If you're dropping, just meditate in your group. What is his standard? You're not doing the service for you, you're doing it for him. You're his servant. Gopi Bhatu, Pada Kamalayo, Dasa Dasa, Anudasa. Right? You're the servant of the servant of the servant. You're just assisting. Right? So assist, do it on the standard of the acharyas, of the parampara. It's not your service, it's their service. They just gave you some service, that's all. You're just fortunate, that's all.
Thank you.
It's okay? Does it answer your question?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, please come again.
Sure.
Any other questions? Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki? Jai.